few studios, and why are they out there freezing their asses off? Well, that's because we've got some rock superstars in the house, baby.
Now, I don't know, maybe you guys at home, you might not have heard of this particular band, but ladies and gentlemen, see if you have, please welcome Linkin Park.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you guys very much. They're going to all hang over here.
Please.
Right.
Stand on our fabulous line so everyone can see you.
We're towing the line here. Right over here, sir.
How are you guys?
Just don't be scared.
We have it all framed.
I don't bite on Thursdays. Well, kind of.
I don't bite, period. But
all right, ladies, give us Chester. Give us Chester.
Let him talk. Let him hang. All right, thank you guys again for showing up and hanging with us the whole show today. It's very cool of you. And let's just dive right into it. I remember when I first heard of you guys when I was living in Los Angeles, and I read this great story about the DIY ethic of Linkin Park and how you took that from grassroots and transferred that into a major label and really kept that. I want to know, what's the secret of keeping everything so DIY and just being so popular?
What does DIY mean?
I think it's do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Oh. You know, it's a funny story. When we first got signed to Warner, for the first month or two, we had meetings. We held meetings and brought in our own outlines and sat the company down, like punk kids just walking into their label and saying, okay guys, this is how we want you to handle our thing and our fans and treat them right, and this is how we want to do it and this is how we don't want to do it. And they kind of humored us and showed up, and
they sat around and were like, oh, this is great, all right.
And then a month later they said, get a manager. And
get a manager, don't do this to us anymore.
Wow, Linkin Park really laying down the law. I like that.
Yeah, we did such a good job, they kicked us out of the building permanently. We're not allowed back.
Nice. But it was a good thing, though, because they wanted us to get out on the road. So.
All right, well, let's show your video, Faint. Any exciting stories about this video? Besides it's kick-ass awesome.
It was, the people in the video are all fans.
Yeah, they're all fans. And,
Sue's not in it!
We couldn't
should have been there that day, damn it.
Sorry.
It was really funny, though, because the first full day of shooting was there was lots of problems with the wall of lights. There was one light that would go out or whatever, and another light would go out. So for basically the whole first day of shooting, we had all these kids pinned up in basically a holding cell, 1,100 kids for a whole day, and they didn't do anything.
I'm sure they didn't mind.
They had to come back the next day and do the same thing for it was pretty awesome.
You can tell that they're diehard fans. Can you imagine not being a fan and be like, okay, scream your ass off?
No. All right, well, let's dive right in and check these fans out. Here is Faint.
I know, this is really awesome.
Isn't this awesome?
Yeah.
All right, well, since you're here, and on behalf of Linkin Park, we're letting you guys pick today's video. So your pick was Queens of the Stone Age.
Yes, Queens of the Stone Age. How many of you guys like Queens of the Stone Age?
Oh, yeah. I do. This video is awesome. Why'd you pick it?
This video in particular is one of my favorites. It's one of the most original videos I've seen lately, and a lot of bands aren't making really great videos, so it's really cool to see a band take initiative and make a video that actually is something fun to watch.
This is definitely a fun video. So why don't you introduce it?
All right, this is Queens of the Stone Age, Go With the Flow.
Yeah!
What's up? When we come back, we'll get more of our music, more of our video picks, and more answers to your questions, so stick around.
You're good at this, man.
I tried.
Welcome back. You are watching IMX, and we are hanging out with Linkin Park tonight. Now, I had Chester with me before. I got rid of Chester. He was a little too good at being a host. Kind of scared me. Steven and I we're going to lose our jobs.
He was actually exceptional at it, so we'd rather him not do it again.
Mike, I'm hoping that you suck.
Here. Yeah, I'm awful at this, so just keep me up here. You'll be all right.
All right, now tell us about your video pick.
We picked it was kind of a band pick. We wanted to get a video by Hoobastank because we're going to be going on a big tour across the states starting in January.
Oh, cool.
With POD, Hoobastank, and Story of the Year. So we want to give these guys some love, Hoobastank.
All right, check it out, baby. Out of control. I'm not used to this, Mike. I'm not used to this.
It's a dizzying video. Actually, coming up next, we're going to break into the vaults for a LP classic. Then we're going to hit the streets to hang with our fans outside who are freezing their asses off, so don't go away.
You can feel the excitement in the air. Excitement, why? Well, I'll give you 2 words. Linkin Park. Very simple. They are here for the entire show, and this is pretty much a first for us here at IMX, having a band the entire time. And now that I have you here, I would like for you to tell a story that someone told me backstage. You had Brad brought someone up on stage during a show who's just playing guitar, and something very cool happened.
He actually, it's something that we never planned to do it. We hadn't even thought of it until in the middle of the show. Brad came over to me and he tapped me on the shoulder and he said, you know, hey, I want you to grab a kid from right around here and have them come up and play guitar. I'm gonna, you know, I probably don't need to teach them. They probably know it. And I'm like, all right, grab the kid. This kid was freaking out. He like swore he knew all the, you know, knew how to play this stuff. And we had him play Faint, and he was probably a 15-year-old kid. He sat there and played in front of 15,000 people. And first he looked like he was gonna throw up.
It's pretty awesome.
He's like,
wow.
He looked. What was that face he made?
He kind of went like, I was like, you ready? He's like,
That was it. It was with the cheeks. He did the cheeks like that. And I thought he was gonna pass out.
Cool.
And we just kind of like before he could think, we just kind of launched into it. We didn't want him to get think about it too much. And he did it. He pulled it off. He totally did. So it's like that's stuff like that stuff. You know, those little moments you can do in the set that we try and do every once in a while, just based on whatever's going on around us, to have a lot of fun with the show.
That's amazing. Fans are just the
Really
greatest.
cool.
I love fans of all music genres. Alrighty. Now, gentlemen, we're gonna have the crawling video, and we'd like any one of you to introduce it. So fight.
okay, guys, not everybody at once, all right?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, settle down. Settle down.
There's crawling.
Introduce his video pick.
I picked POD's Will You video, and actually...
Hello?
Is it me?
It was you.
It was me.
Damn it.
I have
Continue.
a cold, so it tends to
So do
react to the
I.
microphone.
Yay, we can...
Thank you.
Okay.
You could be cold buddies.
Exactly.
My voice tends to translate better on radio when I'm sick because it's deep and
It sounds better.
not as nasal as it normally is. No, POD actually, we our third U.S. tour that we ever did was with them. They were kind enough to take us out back in the day when nobody else would, and it's great now for us to be able to be able to tour with those guys again. It's always nice touring with friends, and we're really looking forward to it. But this video, I've heard, is a Fuse exclusive
That's right, Dama.
from the
Dama.
Voodoo Lounge. Dama.
Dama,
That's right,
exactly.
Dama. And I know we're all really excited about
Yes,
it.
this is a Fuse exclusive. So go ahead, introduce it.
You sound excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fuse exclusive, POD,
Don't
Will
make
You.
fun of him! Do not make fun of Phoenix! You can catch POD plus all the other highlights from the 2003 Voodoo Music Experience like Godsmack, Stain, Fuel, 50 Cent, and Queens of the Stone Age this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Do not worry, do not fret. We've got plenty more with Linkin Park. They are here for our entire show. Joseph, we haven't heard from you yet. You're going to take us to break, man.
When we come back, we're going to go outside to chill or just freeze.
That was funny, that was
Don't
funny.
touch that remote.
Good job, Joseph.
Told you not to say that one. Okay, people, we are outside with the fans of Linkin Park. Let's hear it. Nicely done, nicely done. Cool, cool, cool. You didn't think we were gonna bring them outside, did you? But we did. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna get out of the way. We're gonna get some wonderful questions from you fantastic fans. I'm gonna pick a couple of people. This guy right here. This guy right here. Shoot, they're right there in front of you. What do you want to say?
Wait, ask him a question?
Ask them a question.
Yeah. On your third album, are you guys gonna have any guest stars? Any guest appearances? Anyone?
Any collaborations on the next album?
I think when we do albums, we try and keep them just within the band. So we usually save stuff like that for remixes or other projects that we do, and most likely we'll be putting together a couple of those things. Not the whole thing like Reanimation was, but maybe in the future, throw a couple things together. We'll see what happens though.
All right, let's get somebody over here. Another question. Here we go. Right here. This guy right here. This guy right here. Go for it. What do you got?
All right, during the Live in Texas DVD, The drummer from Metallica, I blanked out just now.
Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich came on stage. Did he like freak any of you guys out? Cause he came out in a weird costume.
Lars scare you on the Live in Texas DVD?
Well, that was a kind of interesting thing because I was like right in the middle of like a really important part of the song, you know, and all of a sudden I see this guy with Hulk hands and a pink bunny hat come out and he starts punching me. And I was kind of taken off for a second, but then I realized it was Lars, and it took everything I had to not just bust out in laughter. Because I knew we were filming, I couldn't just stop and laugh, so it was kind of hard, yeah.
Before that actual show, I was wearing that get up in our dressing room, just screwing around. And Lars dropped in that day just to say hi and whatever. And I remember just standing there in my rabbit ears with my big Hulk hands on, just being like, I'm such an idiot right now. Like, this is Lars from Metallica, and I'm just a complete jackass. And then it was funny later to see him come out on stage with that same outfit.
Great. That's really funny.
awesome.
All right, so we have another fan. I'm being told someone's going to be sent over to me. Yes? No? Oh, there we are. All right, hey, this young lady right here. Young lady right here. You, I recognize you. I know you.
I think the current state of
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to know that as you write new material, do you ever get afraid of losing your creativity?
Oh, tough. You ever get nervous about keeping the hits together?
Well, when we're writing, we're not really thinking about like, you know, the hits, and we're not thinking about, you know, numbers and stuff like that. It is more of a creative thing, like you said, and you definitely like, you want to just push yourself creatively, try and do things you haven't done before. On this last record on Meteor, when we're working on that, you know, we're trying to do different things. Like, we hadn't done a song in 6-8 times, so we did a song called From the Inside, tried that out a little bit. Breaking the Habit is a little bit different for us. No heavy guitars, a little bit faster paced. Like Faint is a faster paced song. So just things like that, little things you can do to keep yourself interested and be creative is a good thing for the album.
All right, keeping it real, keeping it rocking with Linkin Park. Let's check out this next video from Story of the Year. Their tour buddies in 2004. And it's Chester's pick. Outside with Linkin Park, and and we have one more question here. Go for it.
Hi. When you were guys in Malaysia, I went to the concert, and hell yeah, it rocked.
Thank you.
My question is, what was the best fan present that you have gotten there? Because I gave you guys a cross-stitch scroll. Mike got it. Yeah. So what was your best present there?
Best present in Malaysia.
Yeah, that one. I actually got a little. I got a wooden frog that. It came with a stick, and you run it across its back, and it makes a noise like a frog chirping. That was pretty cool. But
someone got me a pony, but I couldn't take it back to America. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think Joe's pony was the best gift anybody ever got us. But it's somewhere in Malaysia.
Oh, that's so
it was
great.
a Shetland pony.
Yeah, we got some of the best
Smaller
gifts
one.
when we were over in Malaysia and Japan. The fans there are just insane with gifts. At the end of our meet and greets, the table's literally piled up to here with tons of stuff. It's awesome.
That's so great.
The
Hey, so you want to introduce the Linkin Park video for him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you're going to introduce Points of Authority right in the camera.
Okay. Coming out next is the coolest Linkin Park video ever, Points of Authority.
We got more with the fans, more with the band. When IMX comes back, do not get up.
Hello, yes, Mike is abusing me on IMX. Isn't this wonderful? Don't you guys want to be hosts? All right, we're here with Linkin Park, and go ahead. Bring the hip hop to the show, Mike. Bring it.
Bring it. It's a new video by Jay-Z. It's called Change Clothes. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Pharrell, baby.
I'm so happy.
I'm gonna take you to the top of the coast.
Sometimes I get nervous with all the hip hop. No, stop it. That's already been done to me this week. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Joseph, they would like you to take us out into commercial.
When we come back, we're going to talk to you about our DVD. Don't move.
Don't breathe.
Nicely done. DVD question. It is the I, the M, and the X, IMX here on The Fuse, and we've got this band, Linkin Park. They're here. I don't know. California. And they've got a brand spanking new DVD coming out, and what is it entitled, please?
Live in Texas.
Texas.
Yes.
Guess where we shot it?
Guess.
Canada.
Canada.
No, eh?
Oh, crap. So, what Texas? Was this a particularly memorable performance?
Yeah, I think we were all really expecting to go out and kind of get the royal treatment from Metallica's fans, if you know what I mean. And I think we were more excited about the response that we were getting, that we just had to record it. We had to film it some way, so we had proof. I think that was the real reason.
We had some interesting fans.
Now I have to ask this real quick.
Yeah.
What's the best thing a fan has ever told you?
One of my most memorable moments was when I think we were in Europe or something, and this kid runs up to Mike. He's like, Mike, do you remember? I won't be ignored! I won't be ignored, Mike! Mike! And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
They were like trying to get my attention, and like they were basically telling me they weren't gonna leave until I signed something. That was their way.
All right, next, after this video, we are going to find out the best thing that a fan's ever told you, Phoenix. Check it out. Here's Numb.
Off the DVD.
All right, so Phoenix, what's the best thing a fan's ever told you?
It actually happens every now and then. We'll be, outside of a tour or outside of a bus or whatever, and you'll hear someone screaming, Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix. I'll turn to kind of acknowledge them, and they'll say like, where's Chester?
Oh, great! Fabulous!
And it's at that moment that I feel this big.
Oh, no!
I get that all the time. Steve, where's Julia? Where's Marinella? I'm like,
no, we love you,
what do you
Steven.
mean?
And we love Linkin Park. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Linkin Park.
Thank you guys very much for having us, and check out the tour dates. You can go to our website, linkinpark.com. We're going to be out with POD, Hoobastank, and Story of the Year in January and February.
LinkinPark.com to check out those tour dates. All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. And tomorrow, folks, please be here. Stained are going to perform live right here.
Give it up for